This is the Unscripted Moment Show.
Good afternoon, welcome to the Unscripted Moment Show, the home of bold, balanced, and meaningful conversation right here at Uzuri TV. I'm your host, Esther Geshohe, and it's a grateful moment to have you with us, and thank you so much for choosing to spend a day with us. And today's conversation focuses on life after prison. We'll be talking about the individuals who have served their life sentence, and after they complete their terms, they are released back to the society with hope of starting new chapters of their lives. For many living prisons, they have that ideas or the hope of a fresh start. But again, there's those circumstances they always have to hinder them. And there are the challenges that significantly hinder their way on going to build back their lives, and such them as stigmatization, discrimination, unemployment, limited access. These barriers always create it so difficult for them to build back to their lives, and also to build back to be with the society they had before. And also, using the same the ideas and the skills they have received from the prisons and the rehabilitation centers also doesn't give them quite good chances to build back. I'll be having my panelists, and before then, make sure you interact with us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all over, and YouTube as Uzuri TV. Also, you can connect with me as Esther Gishohe Official on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and also on YouTube. Starting with introduction, thank you so much for coming to our show today. And also, today I'll invert the say of the ladies first. Today I'll say men first. Starting with you.
Okay, thank you for your invitation. My name is Patrick Nderitu, a student Uzuri Institute.
Esther, what a nice introduction. You've done a good research. You've known how you can start your show very well.
Thank you.
It is such matters that are serious but entertaining at the same time. So thank you for having me in this show. My name is David Dice, the founder and CEO at Chivas Arena. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Esther, for this opportunity. My name is Mary Kimani, a graphic designer and also a student at Uzuri Institute.
Don't forget to use the hashtag Unscripted Moment Show, and also you can interact with us and tell us your ideas on the discussing point we shall be having here. And also make sure that you learn something, and also you embrace those people who comes out from prison after they serve their sentences, because I believe after they come out there, they are not the same again. Starting with you, Patrick, since the government invest in training the prisoners and making them have the skills, what do you think that they can do to make sure that after they are released, they get the employment?
Maybe to my side, I can say that after they release them, they can give them a job opportunity. Maybe they can give them how they can start. They can give them, let's say, opportunity to get a job, ama pia wanaweza wakapatia place wakaanzisha biashara zao, but you see walikuwa prison for long, so they don't have that much money to start their jobs. So the good way is that the government they can give them opportunities, even if not a high level of job, but a small one that maybe they can at least have a job, not to just stay idle. Yeah.
And also to add on that, to you, Mary, what do you think government should do you think government should create a program of funding them and maybe giving them a chance to see what they can do out there in society? Because when they come out there, they don't feel the same as they were before.
Yeah, I would say that they should fund them, and also they should provide, especially they get people to talk to first, because obviously they face challenges out here at our jobs. They will always face those discrimination. So if they can find someone to talk to them, to give them hope, because obviously they will face challenges. That's the first thing they should focus on.
But same venye nimesema, the person mwenye ameingia prison amekaa pale for muda, yes, that atapata mafunzo, they have skills, but there is just challenge ambayo inakuanga kwa ukitoka pale, maybe utakuwa na ile utatoka huko nje, utapata watu pale nyumbani wanasema vipi, community wanasema vipi kunihusu, so inakuwa you don't have that confidence kusimama useme I'm back and I want to do this and this and this. So wengi wao wanakuanga na ile tuseme kusikia aibu, wanasikia aibu kusema sasa nitarudi kijijini, watu wataanza kunisema. So most of them wakitoka kule, I have a friend of mine that alipotoka prison, he decided to go, akatoka hiyo kijiji akaenda kijiji kingine, from that county to another county. I don't know why, but I think is that hana ile confidence, hana ile hawezi kuona kitu anaweza sema kwa ati I want to do this and this. Me, I would like to say that kuliko kutoka, maybe you don't have that much money to spend, maybe utoke county yako uende county nyingine, that utatumia tu pesa, si ndio? Hizo pesa zenye ungetumia ama maybe huna, utoke kwa hiyo county yako uende county nyingine, utaenda kuteseka. Just stay in your county and utafuta mtu mwenye anaweza kusaidia. You see? Yeah, hata kama ni wazazi, talk to them, community, they can help you. Yeah.
I would like to comment both of my colleagues here. Mary has talked about guidance and counseling, where there's nothing so bad like starting from scratch. And anytime people perceive you in a different way, then at least if you know you had some issues, it is not everyone who comes from cells has a mistake he or she had done before. So I think after a very long period of having trauma, having such experiences, having a bad life, someone was saying, this is a soldier who was saying that prison is built for everyone. And I don't believe so, because there are people who cannot humiliate such trauma. So I would like to comment from that point of at least having someone who can talk to you. I think for government can have those very good institutions whereby after people come out of prisons, at least they go through some guidance and counseling, and then they are released to the world, at least to see whether they can at least achieve something better. And on the point of maybe you judging yourself the way you are, how people used to perceive you nowadays, they are not doing that. Like coming out of your county to another one, it could be a good project, and it could be a good way of at least kujua vile watu wataacha kukuona. See, so for that point I feel like government inafaa kuwa na strategies za wasi walikuwa wanaonekana hivi, sasa wanaonekana aje, of which wanaonekana tofauti. So there should be a way of at least knowing how you can help such people.
And also Patrick spoke about family rejecting you. Back onto you, what do you think happens to the person when the family refuses or rejects the person who have come straight from the prison in way of bouncing back to the community or the society?
That has nothing to do with how family does it, more than how you view yourself. If you view yourself from a point of rejection, even from the normal circumstances, personally I really struggled with accepting that I'm dark, I'm tall, maybe there are some things I could cope up with it took long. And imagine someone coming from a prison and understanding that the family and everyone is not viewing the same as they used to be viewed. And nowadays, you find that a lot of people are even committing suicide out of their own arguments in heart. They don't have to bring it to people. But I feel everything in this world has a solution. There is a solution of, for example, you can use a tactic like how my colleague here, Patrick, has said. You can decide to relocate and go to a known places where people don't know you so much. But I had a friend who did that. Not a friend, he was a neighbor. He used to steal a lot. And then after that, he sold that land and went to buy another land somewhere just to continue with theft. And then later we had some cases that police had caught him doing some nasty stuff somewhere and he went to prison again. So I feel like family or people perceiving you as that person who used to do this and that has a solution. If people don't get you, especially if you have it from your side that now people are viewing me, this a very bad self-esteem of you thinking that someone is thinking about me like this. How are you in their mind and knowing that they are thinking about that way? Maybe they are thinking maybe they didn't eat good last supper, or maybe they are going to have different ways of living. So I think personally the big thing is don't take it in mind that people are viewing you like this, and if such cases happen, then think of a solution. Yes.
And to add on that, especially for families, for me I would say that families should take part in, loving this person, encouraging this person, because you get to have that high esteem. Your confidence in yourself, and also about viewing. You first view yourself that I can be able to do this. Like there's this story about this guy called Khalif Cairo. He was taken to court. He was in prison. But after that, he was caught for a wrong, they had issues. But for him, he was innocent. But a lot of things were said, the negative things. But himself, he didn't let those words of people let him down. He thought even of flying out of the country to start another new life. But for him, he knew what he wanted. Yeah.
Wow. And we shall stop a bit on that point. We take a break, but don't forget to interact with us, send your comments using the hashtag the Unscripted Moment Show. And also, as I come back, I'll try to interact with what you have said and what you are also adding on points on what my panelists are saying. And don't forget to use the hashtag Unscripted Moment Show here at Uzuri TV, right on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and also on YouTube. And also you can connect with me as Esther Gishoy on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and also on YouTube. And also make sure that maybe you have that person who have come out of the prison or someone who is in prison. Make sure you visit them. Don't touch that dial. I'll be right back. My name is Esther Gishoy. Welcome back. We are continuing with our conversation today, where it is focusing on life after prison, the individuals who comes out of prison after they have served their life sentence, and how they bounce back to the community or the society. And I'm joined by my panelists here, and we continue with the discussion. Also, make sure you interact, and also you add your points on our points or on their points also, and make sure you interact and make it enjoyable for your side. As we continue, starting with Mr. Patrick, since the community or the society makes them feel not so much accepted back to the community, what do you feel like, or what do you think the community should do to make sure they feel welcomed back?
Good question. But I think a community, they can take that responsibility, because maybe she or he was a bad person, but maybe the more umeingia pale sel na wakati umetoka, that are two people difference. because huwezi ingia pale na ukatoka venye ulikuwa. Kama ulikuwa unaiba, huwezi ingia pale ukatoka na ukazidi kuiba. It can never happen. And maybe wewe mwenyewe you take that decision kuwa nimeingia pale, nimepitia hana and the more unazidi kuendelea hiyo tabia. I don't think so, but the community, they can take that responsibility to take you and to welcome you back and to show love, na pia waweze maybe kutafutia the way kuongeleshe, the way to live, the way you should go, maybe you continue with your studies, maybe you continue with your work, ama pia kutafutia kazi pia kama hauna. So they can do a lot to make you happy and to welcome you back in community. Yeah.
And to you, David,
Yes.
what challenges do you think they face if someone have denied to accept themselves and the family have not accepted them, and also the community have not really welcomed the people?
I think everyone has the point of thinking better, and there's nothing bad like your family not accepting you the way you are, simply because you know, on this also depends on the mistake that you had done. There's no point of you being extorting and maybe making people not sleep in peace, or sleep at peace, and then you want them to just decide like, oh, this guy has come back, let us celebrate him. It doesn't happen like that, my friend. You have to know like how you have to handle, and I believe prisons are places where people go to change. Prisons are places whereby people are taught on how they can become better people and not disturb people in the society. And in this, I feel pia kuna kuwaga na lessons na mafundisho fulani yanaendelea pale, because we hear after you go to such places there are usually classes, and those classes they are taught on how to do especially manual work that they can do. I know people who have come out of prison and they are very much useful in the society. And in this, if family does not accept you the way you are, and then you have your skills, it is not must you live in that same society. You can decide of let me go then and explore these skills in different places. And I feel if friends and family don't accept you the way you are, that you come from the society, it is very hard to convince them that you are a changed person. Because they used to view you as, let's say, a thief or a murderer, and then you come back, and then they start seeing you the same way they used to see you maybe 5 or 10 years ago. Then if the same case happens, then you have your own skills right now. Go explore those skills in different places. I think peer relocation of places and location can be a solution to such point if they don't feel like you fit in their circles. Yes.
Okay. And to you, Mary, if the government comes with the idea of funding the people who have come out of prison, do you think it can encourage many people to do a mistake so that they can end up in jail to get the fund? So that they can, because out here people are jobless, are unemployed, they feel like getting a job is so hard. But when you realize that when you do a mistake, get into prison, you come out with skills and also fund to start your business, do you think it will work in better way, or it will be another negative impact?
First of all, when government are funding the people from prison, because they know the challenges they will face out here, because a lot of people or employers, they won't accept them because you know what they did, and they feel like when this person comes to a company, he will commit the same thing. So I don't think we as people should wish to go to prison just to get funding from the government. We should avoid that. But if you are taken to that prison, as David said, you get to learn a lot of things, you get to experience, and you gain more knowledge.
And also, do you think like when someone get employed to a certain company or a certain maybe institution, will that trust, will it take so hard or so easy to make them bounce back and have that positive impact and can make someone else who is doing something negative to also change, not to end up in prison?
First of all, it's very difficult to trust that person, especially if that person was from prison. But first, you need to, especially, I love the story of this guy called Dapperman. This Dapperman, mwenye anakuanga Obina, that guy was taken to prison for wrong, he was accused of raping her stepsisters. But Obina didn't judge this person. He got to listen to this person's story, that he was accused of raping her stepsister, his stepsister, I mean. So let's not judge those people from prison. You get to listen to them because these people can do great. Because that guy right now is doing great. Yeah.
And to you, David, do you feel like government is so harsh on them? Yes, they'll get out with skills, but when they come out here, they don't realize that when they are out here or they come back, things will never be the same. And for the things to be the same again, they will have to work so hard. Do you feel like government should actually make it so easy for them?
For me, I feel like before I answer that, let me go to Mary's point. That sometimes you have to work so hard to ensure that, already your reputation is not longer good. Already if you check at your good contact staff, it is not working out. If you check at maybe how society used to view you, it is not the same. So I feel like, yes, government has a good reason to do that, but also individuals have a reason to make it look better. For example, if we used to see you as a doctor, and then you end up being in prison because of mistakes, government should also come with a very good way of ensuring that even if you had good status, at least it is easy for you to gain that trust. At least if you have the skills and maybe you had a degree on maybe specific or particular subject, then they should look of ways of maybe trying to bring, let's say in those places there are hospitals. They can at least attach you to someone where you can start afresh, not even send you home without any hope, without any shilling, without even a way of earning any income. So where are you going to start and where are you going? You are going to start afresh. And then this sends you to go back home or go back to your colleagues. If you are cruel, you go back to your cruel area. And you'll find the same cruel people and they even train you the new tactics of becoming more cruel. So, but government should come up with a way of let us attach these people to particular areas that can help them build day by day, in as much as society will also accept them. And also follow up on how are these people doing? Are they becoming beneficial to society? Are they bringing up the better skills? Even if they are in prison, I feel like government should also consider trying to portray the same skills, allowing them portray the same skills they had outside, in as much as they are trying to serve the sentence. Yes.
Well, as we come to the end of this conversation or this show today, I'll give each a minute to speak to that person who have come out of prison or will come out of prison, starting with you, Patrick.
Thank you. I would like to say that mwenye anatoka prison na come back the community, don't be shy, just focus. Hata kama wamekuchukia, hata kama anakutenga, no, take your decision. Yes, nimetoka cell, nimerudi kwa community. What am I coming to do? What next? Kwa maana wewe sema umetoka kule, unakam, then the life's just you just stay uko tu. No, just focus. Don't listen stories there outside. You are the one who you are taking your responsibility. So just say that tafuta kitu unaweza fanya, even you can start your job, small job, then baadaye ita grow up. So focus, respect others, just stay your life. Don't stay another person's life.
Personally, I would say not only going to cells, but there's something called self-imprisonment, where it is very detrimental to be living in self-imprisonment, thinking of how people will think about me, how people will view about me. But it is even worse for someone who has come from the real self and then living in the society. So if there's anyone who is affected in such a way, I would remember I did forgive, but I didn't forget. As someone who did a bad thing to us, we were many, and then this person was taken to court and then went to prison. So if you just cause a trauma to a lot of people's hearts, then you can find a way of even apologizing. You can find a way of even coming back to the normal terms with the society. So it's life, and sometimes it happens because you can do it out of peer pressure without knowing. And at the end of the day, it's like you're a human being, you make mistakes. But the big thing is, if you make mistakes, how are you going to correct the same? So it is very much possible to be accepted back in society, but at least show us effort. That is what we want to see.
As for me, I would like to say prison is not the end of person's life. When you come out to that prison, and especially for families, just accept that person, show that person love, encourage him or her, because when that person receives that love, he gets to have that confidence. Because you find a lot of families get to judge these people, but judging them, some people did mistakes because they were desperate of something. But when you show them love and don't judge them, they get to get back and do better. And also you who came out from prison, help people to trust in you.
And also maybe there's someone who have listened to what you have said and can wish to speak to you, maybe behind the tents. Maybe if you are comfortable with it, you can share your social media handles, or either you can do a further notice of giving out your number, whichever you are comfortable with.
Okay. Mimi anaweza nipata from Facebook Vadikid TV, and on YouTube Vadikid TV, TikTok Vadikid, and Instagram Vadikid.
For me, we usually employ such people actually who have issues with trauma. We get to listen to them, and we get to see like one of the side that is through our platform called Achievers Arena, whereby we host a lot of events and manage different companies in different ways. So we tend to listen to people who have issues with life, who have maybe undergone trauma. We refer them to people who need to at least feel like their therapy is in their hearts. So it is a matter of public interest, and if you feel like you need some help, you can just go to our website, Achievers Arena. Just drop your message there. We have our very big platform. It's a very good one. Just drop your message there. We will find our contacts there. You'll find our email address there. We get to communicate and see how we can help one another. Yes.
As for me, you can reach to my social media platforms. Facebook, it's Rema. TikTok, it's Rema.
Thank you. As we conclude with our discussion today, we hope it has encouraged all of us, and it has reflected the importance of accepting or giving the people who have come out of prison another chance, and also the people who have come out of that prison to make sure they improve and show why we need to give them another chance. And also, thank you to the person who always gives a shoulder or a chance to that person who have been rejected, and also shows the people who are rejecting the person that there is another chance. Because even God says He's a God of another chance. Why you human being don't give another chance? Maybe yes, that person had done a very big thing or issue that affected so many, but maybe also the person have also learned and gained some experience of what that might cause and what impact it brings into the society and the community. Thank you so much to my panelists for accepting to come to our discussion today. And as we wind up, thank you for interacting with us. I'm so sorry I didn't have to go through your comments, but after this I'll make sure I respond and I go through your comments. And before I forget, thank you so much to the behind team who have made it possible for this show to go through on air and to be live. My director and my videographer, Madam Catherine. And thank you so much. Until next time, don't forget to use the hashtag Unscripted Moment Show. The topic today was life after prison and was focusing on those people who have actually come out of prison. And my name is Esther Gishohe. Until next time, have a good day. Bye-bye.